Good. First of all, this is just for educational reasons, and maybe have a look at the design possibilities. Don't use your mesh stuff in environments you actually need the protection, because if it doesn't work and you're dying of smoke infection and whatever, don't come to me crying, because these things really save lives. If you're sleeping, your sense of smell is deactivated for some reason, and when your house is burning down, you won't be woken up by the smell, and you will just inhale the deadly fumes and die. So therefore these things really save lives, so don't mess around with them. This out of the way, we are going to mess around with them. As you see, this is a normal €5 smoke detector you can pick up at your local smoke detector store. How it works is basically you have this plate that can be mounted to the wall, to the ceiling or high up on the wall, and then you have this part which is basically just a battery and the testing button, and if you click and push this one, this will actually beep really loud. Okay, you want me to push it? But I want you. Told you. Oh. The smoke will get down here, and there will be a detector unit, and it will activate the piezo beeper when it detects smoke. Why do I want to take this apart? So first of all, take it apart to have a look at it, obviously. Secondly, the ceilings are really high, and the house is really old, so drilling into the plaster will loosen more plaster than the hole, and yeah, I'm afraid the whole ceiling will come down if I drill into it, and it just looks ugly if you have like a smoke detector on the wall. But what is already attached to the ceiling is the lamp. You know, like the lamps hanging down from the ceiling. You have this kind of cone at the top that hides all the cable stuff, then you have the cable coming out, and then you have like the lamp on the bottom. Yeah. And the idea is to put the smoke detector right here. So actually you see the cable is going up here, and it's fixed in the ceiling with a hook or something like this. You have to make a hole in there to guide the cable through and make sure it still detects smoke. That's the idea. Easy, right? Okay, so let's get to it. First of all, we have a look inside to see what we are working with. Okay, we saw that's a battery attached. If we look inside, we see like 2 screws, and there's no screw under the sticker. We remove these 2 screws, whatever, and it's clamped in at these 4 places. And number 4. There we go. Now the screws are loosened. What we have here is the piezo. It was glued in here until I messed around with it. And we have this kind of light pipe / button that comes here. If you look, it was the testing button. And on the other side, we just have 1 port. These are the contacts for the piezo. We have the status LED that's blinking every 40 seconds to show that it's still active. And we have the smoke detector unit. Here are the inlets for the smoke. Emitter and the receiver will be separated by a wall, and they can't see each other. So the rays go like doo, doo, doo. And then the smoke comes in, and the smoke will reflect it to the receiver. And then you set the sensitivity of it, and basically when enough stuff is reflected, it will start doing what it should be, which is blinking and beeping. Lastly, we do have this, which is this switch. You see the light pipe is put over the LED, and if you push it down, you close the contact. So perfectly, the light is guided down, and the test button, the test contact is switched. And back here is brain box. Tensioner to counteract these springs, and the POVA. The bottom unit is again just plastic with some kind of shielding. Yep, that's it. There's a good host. I prepared something. Remember, we are just trying to build this 2 wires to extend the test buttons. A button. I printed out the shelf, so this is that. We have the box for the battery. We have again the rest for the piezo and the inlets for the smoke. I drilled the hole for the testing button, and yeah, and since this thing will actually, if you see, the sound will just go down into the cone, so I also created like the whole, this little pipe, which will vent the sound out to the side. Only thing that's not supported right now is the light, but I can just detach the LED and put it somewhere else, maybe next to the button or so. How do we do this? We rest this here. Fits perfectly, right? The battery will fit here. And the board will fit here, hopefully. Yep. Like this. And the rest will be done with hot glue. This being shielded by the ceiling, so basically I think the smoke should anyway accumulate and be trapped between these inlets and the ceiling. So only thing to do is to add the wires to the test button, which is basically here and there. Let's first test it. Perfect, so this is working. Now from the soldering to the gluing. So the idea is just to put a really big blob of hot glue on this thing and then glue it down. You just wait a few seconds. Yeah, it's working, but it's not very loud. Basically it's in place and basically it's in the right position. But as you have heard, or maybe not heard, the pressure is not high enough. So we have to find some solution for this. And also I have to glue the test button into place. So I need like an L or a U-shaped thing to put on the bottom and up there to provide a little more downforce. And we're back. So just measured out what we need and then turned on the 3D printer, and here we go. So that's it, it should. So that's the idea. Let's give it 2 more seconds and then we're good to go. And as you see, this is the slot where the cable should go. I don't have any idea how to put this, but maybe in the future build you can do like a sliding door or something like this in front of there. Perfect, isn't it? Now it's loud. Let's mount it to the ceiling and see how it looks.